Greetings, it's Adam with the Rata Non Grata, and finally taking a look at the Atari 50th anniversary DLC that was added. There's nothing added on the original games there, but you now have the likes of Avalanche, Berserk, Destroyer, Arcade, which isn't super well known, Football, Frenzy, and Berserk, of course, coming from the Stern Electronics purchase, Red Baron. Surprised they didn't have that there in the first place. Skydiver, which has a cool feature had a cool feature on the arcade version with the letters lighting up like a pinball machine. You could collect the different letters. Of course, most of the stuff added to it came to the Atari 2600, such as all these M Network games, a few of them being prototypes. I've got a couple of these games as cartridges, but not all of them. The Atari Video Cube, which is rare, the two versions of Berserk, including the voice one. Let's see, Dark Cavern, that's one that I think a lot of people have from the M Network. Desert Falcons, another edition. Frogs and Flies, I don't think I've played that much. I have it on cartridge. Motor Rodeo and Off the Wall, which Off the Wall is a really good breakout variant, I should say. Sea Battle, which I never played. Skydiver for the 2600, which I do like a little better than the arcade version. Star Strike, Steeple Chase, Stellar Track. Stellar Track's a bit rough because it's a text-based game. And then some of the other sports-related ones. A lot of these M Network games are prototypes, including this Tower of Mystery, which I'm going to play here. Video Pinball was a new addition. Berserk on the 5200, which unfortunately has some bugs with the voice, and that's unfortunate that they haven't fixed that yet. Desert Falcon was actually another edition on the 7800. I'll have to play that another time. There weren't any additions other than Avalanche to the 8-bit, as well as Final Legacy and Hardball. I was going to say no additions on the Lynx or the Jaguar, sadly enough. But yeah, there was also one other one that I missed there as I was scrolling through that was added. But my main focus in this video is going to be Tower of Mystery, which I had never heard of this one. Didn't realize that it was recently discovered. But it's basically an RPG for the 2600, or would have been, had it been released back in the day. This would have been circa 1983, 84, somewhere around there, and definitely a step up from Adventure. Every time you play, there are differences in the layout. It's definitely one you want to look up on the controls, as the 2600 version would have used two joysticks to control it, but they've mapped things to the gamepad so you don't have to use both sticks, but it takes some getting used to. You have stats like you would expect in an RPG, you have a map, and so this is definitely, had it come out, it would have left Atari looking a little terrible as far as the Sword Quest games went. And so when you have certain things selected, like this Hat of Vision, you can look through keyholes and see what's on the other side of the room there. Being able to grab different weapons, so you have to hold the action button down, and then you move the selector to whatever item it is that you want to do. I do need to spend more time reading the manual on this particular game, and there's stuff like that where you fall into pits of death and fall and die on the spikes. However, there is a rope you can find that will save you from certain death in those instances, but because everything's randomized every time, it's not always a guarantee that you'll find the rope and be able to get it. But there's the rope I was just speaking about. And then you're also collecting treasures, looking to escape this tower, and of course make it out alive. But I love this kind of cutscene that they have there, and it also looks like they borrowed part of the playfield from Air Raiders on the M Network, as that outline on the edges is the same thing as Air Raiders. But overall, I really like this game. And I guess I should have gone and fought that guy, but well, I guess I didn't really have any weapons, although maybe you have arrows. Again, I need to spend some time reading the manual and then giving this another try. The manual does have extra things like, it explains what everything does, all the little things that you can come across, so what they are, such as treasures, and like these are wings, although I'm not really sure what they do, other than maybe it makes you move faster, I don't know. But just a surprisingly deep game for the 2600, and it's really a shame that it wasn't finished back in the day, or adapted to the more powerful 5200 or something along those lines. Probably would have made a great 7800 game too. But I'll stop yapping here and let you enjoy the Tower of Mystery. What do you think of this one? Let me know in the comments below. And what do you think of the Atari 50th anniversary with the 2 DLC packets? I think with all of those in there, now that there's 148 games, it just really, this is by far the best compilation of Atari games ever that you have. And it's great that you have things like the manuals here, but again, as you can see, because this game is a lot more complicated than it appears, especially for an Atari 2600 title, it's good to kind of study this and go through it, or maybe I should be pulling it up more as I play to really get the hang of things. But this is, again, quickly become one of my favorite titles on the system, and definitely better than any of the Sword Quest games. Sorry, Sword Quest. Sorry, Todd Fry, for that, because it's just, yeah, better. But let me know if you agree or disagree, and we'll catch you on the next video. And I don't know when that'll be, because I've got a lot of stuff going on in the arcade industry here for the next few weeks, several weeks possibly. But I'll see if I can get something out there for this channel. Thanks for watching.